Howdy everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is CT at the NYC Indian, and today we're going to be reviewing The Courtship. This is going to be brought to you from an urban Native American perspective, a mixed perspective, and a secular perspective. So let's dive right on in. So we start the episode with two new suitors. The one from the doctor from Ireland and the wrestling coach from Michigan. And honey, he is a big old thick Midwestern cornbread fed kind of Midwestern boy. I mean, and she seems to be into him. So, you know, they go on a date later on, or you know, I don't know if you officially call these dates, but you know, they had some time to interact, and you could tell she was definitely into him. So the guys are all threatened because, you know, there's some new guys there. And let's see. So you had Mr. Kim, who's like completely in his head, lost about this whole high school sweetheart situation. He got his heart broken. He just seemed to can't really quite get over it. And he looks like he has a temper. And I think he will definitely pop off if she doesn't choose him. Or pop off on somebody. He just kind of seems like he's got that going on for him, going on about himself. Mambre, the English guy. Now, he's never been in love before, and she's like, red flag, red flag. Now, the pizza shop owner guy, he seems really sweet, and he seems pretty genuine. He was definitely like trying his hardest, and the family, the mom especially, really wanted them to be together. Now, now the other Italian guy is it Bacchicchio? Is that how you say his last name? I'm not sure. I don't want to mess it up. I'm sure I probably already did though. Sorry about that. I think he sees the pizza guy as his competition, even though they're not being aggressive towards each other. But, you know, the Bacchicchio guy wants to know, like, where he stands. There's always one, right, in these elimination shows. Like, I need to know how you feel about me because they can't handle the pressure. Like, this type of, you know, show or this type of process, this is not made for everybody. And Kim and Bacchicchio, those two, this is not made for them. I mean, or they're not made for this, basically, I should say. So the parents don't really want her to be with him, or at least the mom. She's like thinking he's probably just very, very good looking, and that's probably about where that's going to end. Like she said, when people, you know, lose their hair and get big old pot bellies as they get older, who's going to last? You know, who's going to be with you throughout the process? And the mom is thinking it's the pizza guy, but she's not really feeling him like that. So, who else did we have? Oh, she had a nice little date with Cones. Now, Mr. Cones was interesting because was that the guy that was playing cricket or something a couple of weeks ago, and then he was like so into the game that he wasn't into her? I think that's him. But anyway, they sat down and they had a little date, and she was like kind of getting more into the meat and potatoes of her background and her dating history. And she wanted to know, because he's white, like a white American, she wants to know, has he ever dated someone, you know, a woman of color, black woman before? She said, have you ever dated someone who's black before? And he said, oh yeah, no problem. And then she starts to say like how difficult it was for her when she was in high school, how the black guys wanted the white girls, the mixed guys wanted the white girls, and, you know, basically nobody wanted to date her. And I thought that was kind of interesting because it's Seattle, and it is so multicultural, and, you know, when it comes to dating, I see all kinds of couples. But yeah, there is like a very, I would say, out of all the states I've been to, even more so than Minnesota and Michigan, there probably is maybe the highest population of kids that are biracial with black fathers and white moms. So like when she says the mixed kids, she doesn't mean like one or two. Like it's a population here. Like that is, you know, there's a lot. So she would wind up being a mom of a mixed kid as well. But in Seattle, like I said, it's no big deal. But I think that she's still scarred from high school. And I was just kind of surprised that she had that much trouble dating in high school. I really was. But I don't know what she was she only going for the mixed guys, the white guys, the black guys? You know, was she also into, I don't know, Asian guys and Polynesian guys, Native American guys? Because we have a lot of those populations here as well. So I'm not really sure what the demographic of her high school was like. And another thing too, her age, she looks mid-20s to me. So if she's talking about high school, that really is not that long ago. If I have her age, let's say she's 25, okay? If she's 25, you know, maybe like, I don't know, not that long ago she was in high school, and I mean, I don't know, things have changed, but not changed that drastically. And I mean, we've had a lot of social changes, right? But I don't know in terms of like interracial dating how much has changed from, you know, I don't know, the past 10 years, let's say. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm wondering if she's going to have more of these conversations with the other suitors that are not of color, because there's only one other, there's two minority guys, but only, I think there's only two, no. Well, after now, because she's done some eliminations, but before I get to those, so I'm wondering, like, of the men that are not Black American, are these conversations, are we gonna, I'm sure she's having these conversations, but are we gonna see these conversations on camera, which is very, very, very interesting. But, you know, I do like that her parents are very open to her dating whomever she wants, as long as basically they just want someone that's going to treat her right. And I mean, at the end of the day, you know, while culture is very important, it's most important that your partner is someone who is going to be a good person for you in the long run, right? It's all about longevity. So now the guy that she kissed initially, the Bacchicchio, the Italian guy, well, her parents were asking him, like, you know, about love and you know, like, what did he want to get out of this experience, basically? And he's saying that he's being realistic, and he can't say, like, oh, I'm gonna be in love with her in a couple of months or something like that. I can't say that, you know. And the dad's like, well, are you just here for like the experience? He says, well, I'm here for the experience, but then I want to fall in love. And the dad didn't like that answer, and I thought, well, I mean, what else is he supposed to say? It's not like he knows, like he knew her before the show, right? I mean, you go there, you hope to meet up and match with this person, and then you kind of let it grow from that point. So you know, I don't think that was a good reason to kind of like dismiss him, but I think maybe secretly, you know, or not secretly, but behind closed doors, off cameras, that the parents are probably thinking, you know, because they see how she's reacting to him, and thinking like, oh, she seems so attracted to him, and in the past that has not gotten her anywhere, so we want her with someone who's like, you know, nice looking but not too good looking, you know what I mean? We don't want him out there in the streets. So yeah, and then she had her little date with Mr. Judge, the new guy from Michigan, and honey, she is into him. She is so into him. I think he's gonna replace Kim. That's what I'm thinking. Cause I mean, you know, the thing is, like, she declared her attraction for Kim. Like she said, you're one of the most attractive people I've ever seen. Like, so I mean, I think that because him not being totally healed from that previous experience, I think she's not quite looking at him the same, because his confidence is not there as much, right? And now you got some new competition. The guys are not liking it, and when it comes time for the dance card, and she's doing her eliminations, so she gets rid of the guy that's singing every 5 minutes, the Shanklin guy, right? And, you know, he was a gentleman about it, but later on he's like, she's gonna regret it. You know, they always say that, you know, I was the best thing ever. So yeah, she got rid of him, and she also eliminated the pizza guy. That's who she got rid of. And now the parents, you could just hear the mother's heart breaking. And then but you know, he was a gentleman about it, and you know, but poor thing, he was, you know, over in the camera, he was just like, oh my goodness, he was really crying. I was like, is this real? Is he really crying over this woman? But maybe. So then the other Italian guy, who was like, listen, you need to let me know, you know, if I'm it or not, the Bacchicchio guy. Now, it was interesting. Did you guys see the little exchange between the sister and the parents? Because, you know, the parents are not feeling him, and the sister's like, but he's declaring himself. He's putting himself out there. He's letting her know. He's putting it out on the line. Isn't that what you guys want? And the parents are like, I don't know about that, right? They don't want him. So, you know, he was saved, but, you know, I don't know where she's going to go with him. But that was her very first kiss. So I think there is still something there between them. But this Michigander, he's going to come in and just stir up the pot. Now, I have no idea who's coming in next week. It seems like as we're getting narrowed down, it seems like we're at least getting the wannabe model actors, singers out of the way. It seems like we're getting to some people who, you know, might actually really like her. Now, this physician, let's see, because I don't know if her mom is going to kind of nudge her towards him because they like the first doctor, right? But he got eliminated, was it the first or the second episode? So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm really interested in where this show is going to go in the long term. Like, is this going to really keep going? I just don't know what the USA Network's demographic is like who is tuning in to see these shows. Like, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that do historical fashion, historical costume makers and seamstresses and things like that, reenactors. I haven't seen any buzz in that community about this show. So it seems like a lot of people still don't know about it. And now that it's on the USA Network, I don't know if other people are going to find out about it. Now, listen, I'm not saying anything wrong about USA. USA Network has lasted the test of time. They've been around as long as HBO. I remember as early as at least the mid 80s, when I was a kid in elementary school, the USA Network was on. I mean, it was a part of like the old original cable package, and that's where we used to watch Saturday morning Kung Fu Theater. So it is a network that has stood the test of time. So I mean, the question is, do they have enough of an audience to keep this show going? Because it's just, I've only seen one other person even doing a review on this show. But anyway, so we'll see next week. Do you guys think she's gonna go for this Michigander guy? I'm just really interested, because I think that if she is into him, and if her parents see her go in that direction, I wonder if they're gonna kind of pull her back. Like, you know what? You're going for the hotties again. You need yourself a nice, stable, a good old, just normal, run-of-the-mill looking guy. Nothing too good looking, okay? Nothing, because when they see stars in her eyes, they probably get worried. Like, uh-oh, here we go. But you know, those are her parents. So I'm kind of glad that they're part of the process. This was like really cute. So, all right, we'll see what happens next week. We'll tune in. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you know when I make new videos. I usually release videos twice a week. Tell your friends about it. All right, so take care. Chippy Salacho.